How you doing? Holy shit! What's going? What's popping? What are you up to, man?
I mean,
Talk to
not
me.
a ton. Pretty much just fucking work and like exercising and wanting
Uh,
to die, but you know.
you've been keeping up with exercising? Have you? Well, how long have you been exercising? I guess is the real question.
Uh, I don't know. From pretty much whenever I sent messaged you like a
Oh,
couple weeks
really?
ago, so it's been like
You've been exercising since then?
pretty much. There was like a span of like 5 days where I couldn't because I went out of state, but
Right.
other than that,
Dude,
yeah.
you sound sleepy as fuck, or you just sound tired in general.
I mean, I woke up and then I fucking made my chicken and ate my chicken, and now
And
I'm here.
now you're
So like.
wait. Oh, so you just woke up like not too long ago?
Pretty much, I took a nap for a couple of hours
Oh, okay.
after work.
I see.
So
Well, that's cool. That's good
yeah,
to hear that you're eating your chicken, you're working out, getting in that protein. That's good to hear, man. I'll
of course.
I'll say I did go like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks without working out, and I felt like shit, dude. I just
You
felt
son of a
terrible.
bitch!
Well, dude, okay, so it's been a chaotic week. I started this podcast, right? I
Hmm.
want to say maybe like a month and a half ago already, and I have a lot of fun because I just get to talk to people about random bullshit or just whatever it is I feel like talking about. Um, and then what happened? And then I recorded two podcasts, but one of them I didn't record the video, so I couldn't save that. So I couldn't use it. The podcast was completely unusable. And then I another one I didn't record my voice, but I recorded everything else. So that one was also usable. So I had like 7 to 8 hours of footage that was not usable, essentially, and it was like the worst thing that could have possibly have happened. Um,
You just put them both together.
no, well the thing is like it's like the thing is one person was talking. You know what I mean? Yeah, just combine the podcast together. Just make it sound like I'm talking to myself, some crazy person, which I already do. But so yeah, that sucked. And then I've been going to therapy. I've been doing that, and that's been pretty interesting. And then I got crazy high like maybe like a week ago, a week and a half ago. I was tripping balls, dude. I took like 200 milligrams of THC, and
Holy shit!
I fucking flipped it, dude. I was just like I was good for
How
like 2 hours, and then suddenly it hit me, and then I was like, oh shit, this is not good, and I just slept
that's
the whole day.
that sounds very unpleasant.
It
Cause
was
like I don't know how similar it would be to like fucking nicotine, but like 20 milligrams of nicotine's pretty fucking heinous.
Yeah,
So
no,
like
I no, yeah, no. I took 200 milligrams of THC.
that
Two,
is that is
200. And I haven't done any form of marijuana or consumed any form of marijuana in, I want to say, 10 years, 11 years. So
look at you.
that shit hit me like a truck. And I was like, dude, like, I was like laughing at my like little like wooden statue thing because like he was staring at me and my dragon and my like wooden log oak man thing, they were like looking at me and they were judging me. They're like, look at you're high as fuck, and I'm like, leave me alone, fuck. I was tripping balls so badly, and then I looked at my notebook and my notebook was judging me. He's like, dude, why are you doing this? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Leave me alone. Like, inanimate objects started talking to me. It was not fun. It was not fun. But yeah, I
Sheesh.
don't remember too much about that experience,
How
honestly.
did you like smoke it or what did you do?
No, I ate it. I ate them. I went because there's like a marijuana cannabis. There's a cannabis store like down the block from my area, and I was like, yeah, give me your strongest shit, and they're like, all right. And they were in edibles, so they were 10,
Oh
10,
no.
10 edibles, 10 edibles, and each of them had 20 milligrams. And so I just unpacked all of them and ate them all at the same time. Um, But I didn't think anything was gonna happen because for like the first 30 minutes, for 30, 40 minutes, I didn't I was like, this is bullshit. Like, this ain't shit. And then 50 minutes later, I was fucked up. And like walking to the bathroom was a real struggle because
Sheesh.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Walking to the bathroom was a real struggle because I was like, all right, right leg, right, move the right leg. That's my arm. No, no. Oh fuck. I hope I don't miss the toilet when I'm trying to pee. Like
Sounds very enjoyable.
it was not. So now because the edibles tasted like candy, I can't eat candy right now. I don't know if it's gonna be like this forever, but I can't like looking at candy. It just grosses me out now. Like
Yeah.
any gummies, any like gummy worms or like just anything with sugar in it. Like I don't want to eat it. um,
That's unfortunate, bro. Gummy worms fucking slap.
yeah, they can. It depends. I prefer the shark ones. Those are the ones.
The
That's the
fuck?
way to go.
Shark ones?
Yeah, the shark gummies. The ones that are like blue on top and have the white belly on the bottom.
I have no fucking clue
You
what
don't
you're
know what
talking
I'm talking about? Are you fucking
about. I've
kidding me?
never seen or heard of that in my life.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Okay, so well, to be fair, maybe they're only a thing here, because we live, I live on the West Coast, so maybe they are. It's only a thing here, but I
It
tell
could
you,
be. What are they called?
they're just shark gummies. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me see if I can.
'Cause I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, hold up. You're about to see it. Hold up. I'm about to shoot something to you. Give me a second. Um, yeah, these shark gummies. That's what they look like. Those are shark gummies, and they are
What the
fucking.
fuck?
They're fucking delicious. Yeah, they're all.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is that?
they're all over here. Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I've never seen that
You've
in my
never
life.
seen those?
What the
Holy
fuck?
shit! That dude, they're so good because they're like this. They're like bigger than gummy worms and they're girthier and they just taste. They taste amazing, dude. They're so good. You have no idea. And they last longer, so you can just suck on one for
Oh.
like 20, 30 minutes. If you're not a fucking monster, and they're great. They're fucking awesome. We sell them by the pound where I work. But
Fucking hell.
I can't have those right now because of the edibles I had. And then in some more unfortunate news, Robbie passed away. So
Did he?
Yeah. So I've been chilling for a while. I've been kind of off of everything right for the past couple of weeks. He had some gastro problems. He's had since he was a puppy, and it just got to him, I guess. And it kind of sucked, but I mean, it really sucked. It didn't kind of suck. It really sucked, but. I mean, I feel I'm okay now, but like those first couple weeks totally fucking sucked.
Pour one out for the homie Robbie, bro.
I know, man.
You should talk to him too much. That's why.
I miss talking shit to Robbie when he's around, so it sucks.
Damn.
Like the other day, I was like, look at that stupid fucking, like somebody was like walking their dog in the store. I was like, look at that stupid fucking dog. It reminds me of Robbie, and
Damn.
I miss him, but it's fine. I told my roommate that I took him over to a friend's house, but I couldn't handle it. And then my mom came to visit. Like she just randomly, she's like, "Hey, I'm halfway to Washington. I hope you have a place for me to stay." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like I have work.
Nice.
Like I have work. What do you want from me? So that was super
She
stressful
said,
too.
"I don't care."
Yeah. She's like, I don't give a shit. She's like, I don't give it. She's like,
I don't-
honestly, I don't give a shit. So yeah, and then my roommate, he was like, oh yeah, I think I might move back to California. I was like, excuse me. So
Damn.
I panicked for a little bit, but he's like, no, I'm gonna stay, and I'm like, okay, thank God.
What the fuck?
So Yeah,
So they
it's
might fuck around and move back to California.
yeah,
Or not. Haha.
all of that happened in the same week, dude. All of it happened in the same week. Um,
Sheesh. Never
so
a dull moment.
yeah, I know. So that sucked. That whole week fucking sucked, but things are better now. I'm more chill. I want to go back. I want to come back to doing my podcasts. I want to draw more. And yeah, dude, things are turning up a little. I'm think
Yes,
Yeah, I'm thinking about flying over there maybe.
you should.
I might cuz my manager's like you need to take a vacation. And I was like, I was like, yeah, maybe you might be right. I might need to do that. And they're like, do you know, would you fly back to California, go visit your family? I was like, fuck no. Why would I do that?
Needs vacation. Yeah, go visit your family, dude. It'll be
No,
great.
no, why would I do that? Like, I have no reason to go to California. Like, I have maybe 4 or 5 friends that live in California, but they all live scattered all over California. So I'd have to drive to like San Diego and then to like Fresno and then to San Francisco and then up to like I just have to drive all over the place and I don't want to do that. I think I'd much rather fly over there or I can just meet all of you guys at the same time. I think that'd be really really fun, really funny.
Interesting.
But I gotta plan it. I don't know when you guys are available. You know what I mean? I don't want to show up on a day where you guys are like all working or on a day where it's inconvenient for you guys. So
Sure.
that's just kind of what I'm thinking about right now. But yeah, dude, what are you up to? You just working out, just eating chicken? That's all you're fucking doing?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I haven't been doing too much, honestly. Just that and watching like anime and shit. But
What are you watching right now?
I've watched a lot in the past couple of weeks. I watched Your Lie in April. I watched
Oh my
fucking
God.
Anohana.
That's so
I
funny.
watched fucking Toradora. That shit's bussin'.
Toradora, I
10 out of 10.
no
Don't hate on it. Don't hate
no
on it.
okay
Don't
no
sleep on it.
hold up okay no Toradora was fine. I enjoyed it. Don't I did I really did enjoy it, but I enjoy a lot of garbage. And the writing was just like it was obviously written by a girl who doesn't understand how guys work. Like let's be real. Come on.
They said, let's make this guy fucking stupid as hell.
Yeah. Let's just make like, come on.
No situational awareness at all.
Yeah, exactly. It was like you know, so, like the writing was not great. Let's be real. Like the writing wasn't great, and I just feel like it wasn't as realistic as it could have been, or like it just wasn't as believable as it could have been. But it was fun. It was a fun show. I enjoyed it. I loved every second of it, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, but it doesn't mean it's a good show.
I
It
mean,
doesn't mean it was good. I enjoyed it, but it doesn't mean it was good.
a lot of people enjoy it though. Like
Yeah,
for something
that
so
is
like broadly liked, I feel like
yeah, but a lot
you
of
can at
people.
least.
Yeah, but
I
also
don't
a
know.
lot of people also enjoy High School DxD. You know, so
I mean, you're not wrong. I've also been watching. I have 3 more episodes in it. The most recent season of Castlevania they released.
Castlevania's
Um,
pretty good. I haven't watched past the second season. I feel like
Yeah.
I should catch up on
The
it.
end of the third season, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but other than that, it's good.
Oh no, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't know. Does it get rapey? Does it get rapey?
No, it's just the whole
Okay.
lot happening at once, and
Okay.
it's pretty much mainly just the last episode.
Okay.
It's something.
As long
It's
as
good though.
as long as it doesn't get rapey, I have a problem. Like I'm not a fan of like isn't like Neon Evangelion like rapey? Doesn't that show get like a little rapey? Like
I don't think so.
I know
No.
I know.
I watched I
Mhm.
watched the TV show. The last couple of episodes were completely fucked. I think they lost like fucking budget or something, or
Uh-huh.
like their funding or whatever, because the last couple of episodes were really fucking weird and they kind of looked like shit. The rest of the show was really good.
Right.
And I haven't watched they have three movies now. They had two when I was watching it, and then they released one recently.
Hmm.
But I don't think so, no, because there's nothing really like that in the show. It's just kids, like they're pretty
Right.
young,
Right.
so I'd hope not.
Yeah. Well, I thought
Regardless,
there was a show, or some mech show that got rapey. I don't know if it was Gundam or Neon. Um, but I remember having this conversation a while ago with one of the shows getting rapey, and those like for whatever reason, anime is like more okay with it, and like they're like I know like what is it, Sword Art almost got rapey. Well, I think it was
well,
rapey.
Sword Art. I only watched like the first maybe see. I think I watched the first two
I
seasons,
watched the
mainly
first
just the
season.
first one though. I
Yeah.
don't know if I finished the second one. But in that, I don't think it's rapey. It's just fucking incest because his sister's like, "Yo, you kind of hot."
You mean her brother, or in the first season, right? I'm talking about like when that chick gets like tied up and he's fighting the owner of the world or whatever, like, and he's like,
Oh, I don't really remember it that much, to
yeah,
be honest.
yeah.
I
I
couldn't say.
that shit scarred me for a while. I was like, no, no, this is
You say,
uncomfortable.
"Wait a minute."
I was like, this is.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I mainly just remember that his fucking his sister was like, "Yo, you trying to?"
You trying to fuck? What's up? Right.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I don't know why they even added that to fucking that season because I was like, "What is why? What is this ad?"
It's anime, dude. That's how you write shit, dude. I made a friend here in over here in Spokane, and he's really he's really into anime, and like I swear to God, half the shit he talks to me about just goes way over my fucking head. And it's really hard for me to keep conversation with him. But yeah, no, like he'll tell me about like certain mangas and anime that get rapey for no reason, and I'm like, why? I don't
You say, "Why do you
understand.
have a list?"
Yeah, yeah. Yo, he's like, yo, here's your list. This is what you should watch,
He
bro.
says, "So here's my tier list of the most rapey, disturbing animes. Check it out."
Yeah. But it's fun. I think it's funny. Like I think I find him wildly entertaining. I love talking to him because the shit that comes out of his mouth is just fucking hilarious. At least I think so. But yeah, no, and he's always sending me shit like edited like anime clips. I don't know how I would describe it. Basically like lollies sounding like big black people, like yelling
Oh
at each
no.
other.
What the fuck?
I know that's the best way I can describe it. And he
Jeez.
keeps telling me he's like, I need to culture you. That's what we need to do, or I'm gonna make you cultured. I'm like, oh God.
Now, when you say cultured, what exactly do you mean?
You know, I don't know. I don't know what that means either, man. I watch anime very on the down low, and people accuse me of being a weeb just because I look like one.
It's because you got the fucking hair, dog. That's it.
Unfortunately,
What
unfortunately.
do you mean, unfortunately? It's your choice. You can fucking cut it.
Well, yeah, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, I don't. I'm not gonna get a buzz cut because I just look weird. I don't want to look like Tyler One. I'm already tiny. I'm already short as it is. I don't want to.
You just need to get absolutely fucking shredded and just be super
No,
angry, and you
no.
could be Tyler One.
I
That's
don't.
it.
I really don't want to be Tyler One. um, but yeah, no, it's that shit's funny as fuck. Um, yeah, no, I will say like I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen, or what is that? What it's called?
Yeah,
Jujutsu
I haven't
Kaisen.
watched it yet.
I was
I've heard
what
it's good
I
though.
saw. I was intrigued for like the first 5 episodes. At least it kept me going. I might continue watching it. I don't know. My biggest problem again with anime is just the writing, just the way like certain characters are written and the way they talk. Kind of just takes me out of it because they don't sound like real people a lot of the time. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess that's just like a lot of like movies and TV shows in general,
R-
anime or not.
right, but like I feel like anime has this thing where it's like how do I explain it? Like there's like the anime protagonist and he's like fighting the bad guy, And he's like, I'm only using 10% of my power. It's like,
yeah, like that, just the
it's
over
like,
the top
it's
bullshit.
like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, tone it down a little bit, all right, just a little bit, all
But
right.
on that fucking
Or like when the protagonist is like staring off into the sky and like it's raining, he's like, if butter toast isn't butter, is it actually real? Who am I? You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, all right, calm down. It's not that serious. All right, you didn't have breakfast this
it's
morning.
it's just the fucking anime equivalent to I'm 14 and this is deep. That's all it is.
Yeah, I know, right? But you know, it's fine. I can get over some of it. I think as long as it's written well. Like Attack on Titan is a show that just keeps me going. Like holy shit, that show is really fucking good and really well written. Um, I'm not caught up with it, but I should be, because I know that every time I watch it, I do enjoy it a lot.
I watched the first 3 seasons. I didn't realize they were still making the show when I started watching it
Uh-huh.
because I wasn't keeping up with very much stuff. But I watched it because I'd heard it's really good. And then I realized they were making another season, and I was like, yo, shit's kind of fire.
Right. I remember Attack on Titan season 2 took forever to make, and I remember like a lot of people forgot about it for a while, but it was so good that people just kept talking about it. Speaking of which, I see your profile picture is fucking Levi Ackerman. The fuck's that about?
You like that shit? I was trying to find a sexy made Levi one, but there weren't any good ones. You know,
That's funny. That's hilarious. I mean,
gotta take what you can get.
yeah, man. I mean, it's good though. You know, it's really good. Like, I remember the last time I went to an anime convention, they had a shit ton of Levi's. Like, there was like just a fuck ton of them. Mostly girls. It was usually girls dressing up as him, because I think females are the only ones who could really pull it off. What the fuck? My roommate just sent me something. Hold up.
Is it his cock?
It might be.
Sure.
No, he sent me a picture of his dog chilling in the grass, because he asked me if I wanted to go to the lake with him, but I told him no, that I was busy, and I think he kind of took it up the ass. So let me see.
Poor guy.
And he also just sent me a meme. I don't know if you've ever seen the Batman versus Superman movie.
I have not. No.
Yeah,
I've
I've
seen
not.
clips though.
Well, basically, there's this little girl. Like, Superman destroyed this building in the movie, and allegedly he kills like tons of people in that were in that building, because he's fighting like some other guy who's like equivalent to his power. And it's like a picture of Batman looking out. And you know what? I hate describing this. This is gay as shit. Let me just send it to you. This is retarded. Just fucking, let me just send this shit to you. I'll just send that as my mommy and daddy were in that building. Yeah. Don't worry, Robin. You're safe now. My name isn't Robin. Shh, training starts tomorrow.
Damn. My main beef with fucking Ben Affleck as Batman is I can handle him being Bruce Wayne. Like, he pulls that off fairly well, I guess. But he looks so fucking beefy in his suit. He's so fucking thick, bro.
Is being thick a problem?
He is, bro. Look at the fucking pictures, dude. It's bad.
I'm hearing nothing. Wait. What the fuck? Oh my god. Hold up. I'll hold up. Somebody just sent me something, and I gotta fucking. Anyway, we're talking about Batman. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of like he kind of looks like Swole Solo a little. He looks a little chubby, huh?
Ben Affleck.
How tall is Ben Affleck? How tall is he?
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I bet he's like 5'8", 5'10". Holy shit, he's fucking 6'4". What the fuck?
He's 6'4", dude. He looks like a midget.
No
What the
way,
fuck?
dude. He looks so tiny.
He looks like a midget. I thought he was like
Gal Gadot, or I don't know how to say
Gal
it.
Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
She's fucking 5'10". Damn. I guess they're all tall as shit. Henry
What?
Cavill is 6'1". Jason Momoa is 6'4" too. What the fuck?
Is it just because he has long? He looks like he's 5'8". There's no way that's real.
I can't. I can't handle the fact that he's taller than Henry Cavill. 3 inches taller than Henry Cavill.
Maybe they made him look smaller in the movies. I don't know.
Could be.
He definitely looks short. Yeah, I mean, like
Let me find a good picture. They look so fucking goofy in the fucking costume.
he does look pretty goofy. I'm just not. I've never really. I mean, I could really give two shits because ever since I was a kid, I've never really given a shit about DC because I could just never relate to DC characters. I feel like the only people who can relate to DC characters are like middle-aged kids. Yeah, sorry, middle-aged kids. Fuck. I'm forgetting the word. Not middle-aged. Middle class. God damn it, middle class kids. Like middle to upper class kids, because it's like, oh man, look at Batman. Like he's got money. I have money. I could be a superhero. You know what I mean? Like a poor kid like watches Spider-Man and he's like, oh look, Spider-Man's like he's like 12 years old. He's poor as shit and he's a superhero. Like I feel like that's like the big difference between like DC fans and like Marvel fans is like if you grew up poor, you probably like Marvel better than DC, and if you were like a middle class kid, you probably like DC better.
I feel like they both have very good characters, but DC, they fucking suck dick at making movies. The only like very good DC movies that I like care about to watch are the three Batman movies.
Right, the Nolan
Like
series.
the trilogy,
Yeah, those.
Christopher Nolan's a fucking phenomenal director.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a fan of the third one. I really didn't like the third one.
It wasn't a bad movie. It was just after coming off the second one with fucking Heath Ledger, bro.
That too.
It didn't hit the same.
That's definitely part of it. I will agree because that movie was fucking awesome with Heath Ledger. But I also just think Bane sounds silly. You know what I mean? He's like, ah, Batman. Ah.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. He was okay.
And then he just fucking dies in the end. Like the writers didn't know how to kill him off properly, so we're like, yeah, we're just gonna have Catwoman come in and fucking shoot him or something. Like why didn't anybody do that sooner? Like why wasn't
They never thought of that.
Yeah, they never thought to just shoot Bane. Like, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a fan personally.
I really want them to make a movie from the perspective of the Joker. Well, I guess they already did.
Yeah, they already did. Like, it's called Joker.
Well, that's more so. I don't know. I wouldn't really count that as much of like a. It's almost like a fucking setup movie for like just the superhero movies. You know, like you watch fucking.
Oh, well, like wait. Sorry, go on. Yeah.
You watch like I don't know, like fucking like the first Spider-Man movie.
Right.
Out of any of them, I guess, and it's just kind of like his come up or whatever. I feel like that's pretty much what it was, and I mean, I did like that movie, but it didn't really. I don't know. It wasn't. Right. I guess what the Joker is typically.
Right. Well, because
like,
the thing about the Joker, the movie itself, it's supposed to be a character study. It was supposed to be more of a character study about like of how somebody could turn into the Joker, and it's supposed to be its own standalone movie. I think there's talks about making a sequel. But when the movie was made, there was no plans to make a sequel because they were just planning to make the movie and then never come back to it again. It was supposed to be its own thing for you to interpret further on, a more realistic take on the Joker. I feel, because and like the movie's just like that movie's just fucking great. Like everything, like from the cinematography to the music. Although I know that they take a lot of inspiration from Taxi Driver and King. Oh, what's the name of the other one? Um, what is it, Nightcrawler? I don't remember.
Yeah, I got Nightcrawler esque
Yeah,
ish vibes.
yeah. I know they
I
took a
haven't
lot of.
watched Taxi Driver though yet. So
I haven't either, and I should. I know they took a lot of inspiration from those movies, but I mean, all things considered, it was a really good movie. And I think because the whole thing about the Joker is that he's the prince of crime, the incarnate of chaos, and that's basically what he did. That like from the like in that latter half, because for the first three fourths of that movie, he's not the Joker. He's Arthur Fleck, and then the last quarter of that movie, he's the Joker, and he brings nothing but chaos, and the chaos works in his favor, which is what the Joker does best. So in that sense, I think they capture that very well. The Joker is my favorite villain, comic book villain of all time, but Spider-Man's my favorite hero of all time. So, and I'm obsessed with the Joker. I fucking love that character. And I absolutely loved that movie. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was fucking... I thought they fucking killed it. I thought it was great. Marvel's definitely trying to do more of that. I know that they're making like a Kraven the Hunter. They got their Venom movie. And I think they're making a Morbius movie too. So they're definitely trying to do... or at least Sony's trying to do more villain movies, and I'll have to wait and see how those movies are, because Let There Be Carnage could be cool, but I don't know why they went with Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson sounds like such a terrible choice for Carnage for Cletus Cassidy. I would have preferred like Jim Carrey. I think he would have been amazing.
I don't know. I mean, I guess just someone who can act insane, because I'm pretty sure Carnage is just a fucking... Wasn't he a serial killer or something before
Yeah, he was a serial killer. He murdered like he basically murdered like an entire family in like a basically a Denny's, and wrote "Let There Be Carnage" on the wall with their blood on the walls.
But, I mean, did he do anything else? That's not really a serial killing.
Yeah,
He
he murdered a family at a Denny's. That sounds like he killed more people. Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
He threw a baby out of a window.
Typically, I consider serial killers as people who kill multiple people over an extended period of time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then
methodically, not just like
exactly.
one family in a Denny's.
Okay, he was a mass murderer. He was more of a mass murderer. He kind of just killed people just because it was fun. And then they captured him, and then Venom like had a baby, and then that was Carnage, and then Carnage bonded to Cletus Cassidy, and then he came out and he became Carnage. But like Cletus Cassidy's like a tall, skinny, like redheaded guy. Like that's like his whole thing. Like that's just his look. And Woody Harrelson's like this old, like square,
short,
bald head ass. Yeah, exactly.
How tall is this man? He's 5'10". Fuck, he's taller than me. That's not saying much though. Everyone's fucking taller than me.
Yeah, dude.
He does look goofy though.
Yeah, he does look super goofy, bro. I'm telling you, man. If you lived over here, you're a midget. Like if you're shorter than like if you're shorter than like 5'10", like 10, you're a midget.
Fuck you.
I'm serious, dude. I'm 5'7".
Fuck you.
No, the reason I say that is there's a lot of basic bitches over here. I'm pretty sure I've told you this. I'm pretty sure I told you this already. I'm pretty sure I told you this already.
You didn't need to tell me that shit, bro. You live in fucking Washington.
I know. Yeah, like essentially, like if like they just like they see anybody, if you're not taller than 5'10", like you're just they just see everybody who's not 5'10" as a midget. It's like, oh wow, like I don't want to associate myself with you because you're fucking short. Even
to go see somewhere else in the world.
Yeah, even though they're like
5'7" tall.
Yeah, even though they're like 5'2", they're like, "Wow, you're not taller than 6 feet. I don't want to talk to you, you fucking midget." It's like, oh great, okay, cool.
That shit's wild though. I don't understand that. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to dating someone like taller than me, which I don't think is super common among guys, because a lot of guys be like, "What the fuck, she tall?"
Well,
I'm just like I don't care.
Right. No, I don't think I would either. I think the problem is that even those tall girls would still want to date somebody taller than them.
That's true, actually.
Or at least their height, right?
Yeah, I've a lot of people that I've seen have been like that, and I'm just like, dog, why?
Yeah, there are definitely. Well, that's just how it is, right? You know, like I think that's just like the same way guys have evolved to fucking beat the shit out of each other and just talk mad shit to each other. I think girls have just have developed this thing in their brain where they're like, yeah, if we date the male that's taller than the rest, we have a higher chance of survivability. You know what I mean? I think it's just an
I don't
evolution.
know. I don't know if there's a the correlation to like height and survivability though. Like I feel like they only offer or the only benefit it would offer is like fucking sports wise because it's
Well,
not really like you have to
well,
like
like imagine like if
do anything.
imagine if you're a fucking a chimp, and you're out there, you're stroking your balls, and you're trying to mate. You're trying to find a good mate, But she sees, a taller chimp, a much bigger chimp. What are the chances of her picking you? It's like it's selective breeding. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not like I need my offspring to be big and strong, but you're a midget. I don't want to talk to you. um,
I
but
mean, I guess, but fucking chimps are also like I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's just an analogy. I'm not, but that's kind of what I
I
think
mean,
think it. That's what I
yeah.
think it is. I think it's just something in the I think it's just something that most generally girls will just prefer the taller guy over the smaller one just because they'll be able to provide more. Um, but
I guess, but height's not the only
it's
thing
it's
related to
it's
like.
it's not. It's not. I'm not a scientist. I don't know shit. I'm a fucking moron. but
That's
um,
true. I read that.
but I'm just throwing that shit out there. I'm just saying, I'm just humoring the idea. Um, but I'm sure there are other factors as well. But I'm also not a girl. I
Girl,
don't know.
girl be out here fucking 6'4" dude with a shitty immune system.
Yeah, yeah, right. But how would she know that? You know what I mean? How would she know that? Like girls get AIDS.
Cough on.
I mean, girls get AIDS all the time. They're also as immune to getting herpes as we are. They'll just go around and fuck whatever they want. Um,
People just be nasty in general. I'm wearing their cap.
yeah, people are
Shit's
nasty.
wild.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I wildly agree. I mean,
It's
like,
fucking
I I remember one time when I was still working as a cart guy. Um, there's never mind. The story's pretty gross. I don't want to actually. Um,
you can't prank me like that, bro. You can't start it and then be like, ah.
okay. All right. Well, those scooters they have like at Walmart and shit for the obese people to use.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
There is some guy who's I remember there was some guy who was on one of those in the market, and he. It's actually kind of funny when I think about it, because I was walking around, I was like restocking a shelf or something, and he's like, "Ah, shit, I'm not gonna make it." And like he's trying to make it to the bathroom. He's like the bathroom's like on the other end of the store, and
Oh
and
no.
you just and you just see like this you just see urine like going down his like leg, and it's like leaving this trail. And he's like, ah, fuck.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh fuck, okay.
Man must have a fucked up bladder and not be able to hold it for a couple of minutes.
I was just like, holy shit, that just happened. Oh my god.
Damn.
And like, he knew it was coming. He knew he couldn't do anything about it. He was like, oh man. He was like, oh fuck. And then he just let loose. I was like, ah, you do you, man. I'm not cleaning that. That's not my problem.
Hit him with a cleanup on aisle 3.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that was so funny, man. It was so funny.
Oh.
I shouldn't have laughed, but I did, man. I like ran away and I laughed because I didn't.
What else can you do, honestly?
I couldn't hold it in. I had to. I felt terrible. I felt really really fucking bad, but like I just couldn't, man. I find everything funny already. Like I find like the most basic shit like funny as it is. I couldn't do it. It was just too funny. It was way too funny. But you know, that's pretty typical for working at a grocery store. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, you gotta take whatever words you can get while working at a fucking shitty job.
oh, like where do you work? If it's not too much to ask.
I work at fucking Dunkin' right now.
Ooh, Duncan.
Fuck no.
Damn, that sounds.
That sounds so excited about it.
Ooh,
Fuck no.
Duncan. I actually I don't partake in Dunkin' Donuts at all.
Good.
What?
Donuts are mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Coffee's kind of trash, but I'm kind of a coffee snob, to be fair, but still.
I used to be too. I used to like take those like coffee shots and like really like marinate on a coffee, like a little coffee shot for like 20-30 minutes, and like I used to like take little notes about like the acidity and like what kind of coffee bean it was. But that was like when I was living in California. I don't do that anymore. I don't even drink coffee anymore at all, actually.
I've been drinking less at home, just because I don't know, for a while I didn't really taste it that much, which
Right.
is weird. So I just kind of stopped. I've mainly just been drinking tea.
Did you get COVID at some point?
No, it was for an extended period of time. Like it was a couple of months. I just couldn't taste. It was only coffee. Like you just tasted like nothing.
Only
kinda.
only
So it was
coffee? No, like no
Yeah.
other food. Okay,
It
interesting.
was, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because that's a very common symptom with COVID is like loss of like taste and smell.
Yeah, it wasn't when I was sick or anything, and I hadn't been sick previously. It was just random.
Do you know anybody who's caught COVID?
A couple.
A couple people.
Not really anyone I've interacted with though.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, like everybody who I know who's caught COVID, basically like kicks it in like a couple days. They like usually feel like either it's like a mild cold, or like it's like they get it's like yeah it's pretty much just like they usually just get a mild cold and they're like yeah I feel better. you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that I haven't got it to my knowledge. I've been sick a couple of times, but nothing like
Right.
out of the ordinary. So I guess it could have been, but if I'm surprised I haven't because fucking people be plague rats, bro.
Yeah, actually.
No cap.
Yeah, I know, right? I got sick. I think I got sick maybe once this in all of my time living in Spokane. But I was told it was allergies because I had like a watery fucking face. I had snot coming out of my nose and I was sneezing all the time. Like that shit sucked ass. But I was told it was allergies. So
I mean, sounds like allergies. That's what most people I know that have allergies.
Yeah, but I never.
Symptoms are.
You're right, but I've never had allergies prior to moving to Spokane. Like, I remember I went to the doctors and I was like, oh God, I was like, what's wrong with me? He's like, oh well, it seems to me like you have allergies. I was like, what? I'm not white. I don't have allergies. He's like, well, you have allergies. I was like,
It might
fuck.
just be because it's a different like area. Some people are like fuckered.
Right.
'cause
I will
not
say
that area.
the air is much cleaner here. Much
You
cleaner
say, what
here.
is this? I can actually fucking breathe.
Yeah, like the air
Doesn't
is
smell like shit?
Yeah, it doesn't smell like shit here. That's like actually that's like the big fucking thing. Doesn't smell like shit except our wildfires get pretty bad here. Like it gets bad in California. And they probably get it worse, but like our smog like from wildfires is much worse here. In my area in particular. As opposed to where I used to live. But yeah, no, it's nice. I could breathe. I could actually breathe. I can go outside. I can run a mile without feeling like I'm dying, Although it's like, temperature right? Fuck. What's the temperature outside right now? It's like 81 degrees outside right now. So even if I ran a mile, I'd still would probably die.
It's 82 here.
Holy shit.
I fucking hate it. Honestly, the main thing I hate just is the fucking hot soup air, bro. It's so fucking humid here.
The hot
disgusting.
soup air.
Yeah, bro, that shit's ass.
Is it that bad? It's that like fucking like moist in your area?
It's pretty terrible. I haven't talked to you since then. I went to fucking Illinois at the beginning of the month, and the air up there was so fucking dry, dude. It was like 80 degrees, and I was like, yo, this shit feeling kind of nice.
That's funny.
Like,
Do you have any? Is there like any locations for you to swim over there in your area, or what? Do you have any
I
swimming
mean,
areas, like any like lakes or like rivers?
there's a decent amount of lakes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll have to. You guys will have to take me when I go visit you guys.
Sure.
No, I'm seriously considering it. Maybe sometime in July, probably. Uh,
Sure.
yeah. I just gotta plan ahead with my what is it with my manager? I gotta let her know, and then I gotta ask. I gotta check. I gotta know what you guys are doing and when you guys are like when it would be more convenient for you guys, and then I'll buy my ticket and I will get my hotel and fly over there. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that'll be something. You guys will have to drive me around and shit, and take me places, cause I don't know that area.
Sure.
My roommate, I was telling him, I was like, yeah, I might fly over there and like hang out with them, and they're like, oh, so you're gonna go and fly over there and hang out with people you've never met before? Like yeah, like I don't see a problem. Like all right.
I mean, we've known each other for a pretty long
That's
ass
what I was.
time.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I was like, yeah, we've been talking for like forever. Like, he's like, all right, well, if just as long as you come back, I need your money to pay rent. I'm like, all right, cool,
Damn.
sounds good. I'll be sure to come back.
I'm so excited. That's the only reason I'm coming back. Gotta pay rent for.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, like me and my roommate talk a lot of shit to each other. Like he calls me like a beaner sometimes. It's hella funny. I'll just laugh.
Damn.
He's like, damn. He'll be like, there's a dirty Mexican in my room, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? um, so it's fine. But like, I remember like when I first met him, like whenever I would say stuff around him like that, he would be like, "Don't say that. That's so mean." And now he's like saying it all willy nilly. It's the funniest shit. Um, but yeah, he's a funny guy. He's very like he's very like I don't know what the word is, because he's not paranoid. He's got like high standards. He's got weird, like very like weird like standards for like me. Like I used to live in like back in California. I used to live in a room, and I used to share like a bedroom with like two of my brothers, and like I had no freedom. But now that I'm living here on my own, I got my own room, and like I sleep on the floor because I can. and and,
Weird flex, but okay.
and like I'm just like, yeah, this is the shit, like I'm okay with this. But my roommate's like, no, he's like, I'm tired of this area already, we need to get out of here. And I'm just like, okay, like whatever. But then again, he is old as shit. He's super fucking old. He's like 27, so you know um makes sense why he would probably be at that
Yeah.
point.
You're gonna do him like that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's a joke to me,
They do
man.
be like that, I guess.
Yeah, everything's just funny to me, man.
Call him an old fuck. Ask him how his arthritis is doing.
Yeah, he's fucking old. Dude, I get called old now. I'm 22. I'm not that
I
old.
feel old.
Oh man, I know. I feel pretty old too. To
Uh,
to be fair, I do feel pretty old too. I mean, just wait, man. Just wait till we're in our 40s. Just wait until we're in our 40s and our
it's not
50s.
gonna get any better.
It's
Older you to assume I'll live that long.
yeah, honestly, that's that's why I'm so freaked out. Like I'm like, oh man, am I gonna? Because like me, I'm trying to think ahead of time. Like, am I gonna find a girlfriend so I can settle down and start my life? Because it's not getting any better than this. it's
Fuck.
it's only downhill from here, honestly. From this point, at this point. But there's a lot of hoes here. Like either like your options are like obese women or like girls who already have kids, and I'm talking about like our age, which is like super
Kids
weird.
your age.
Yeah, like
Into milk.
yeah, like either like like okay, so like 60% of the women here are obese. 30% of them have kids, and the other 10% are already dating and fucking like rabbits. So it's
I
yeah,
mean,
that's kind of the
it'd
situation
be
here.
like that
No,
sometimes.
that's what it is. That's how it is here. And then like the other like 2% are underage girls hitting on you uncomfortably.
That's your 2%. I don't think many people have to deal with that.
Right. Well, like I mean, it doesn't always happen, but when it happens, it's uncomfortable and they're aggressive. Like,
That's wild.
it's super uncomfortable, man.
The thought of anyone coming up to me like that in general is just really weird. But then add the fact that they're like underage and aggressive, that would just not be enjoyable at
Yeah,
all.
it's super uncomfortable because it's like, all right, I guess I'm getting arrested today. Like, cool.
Like, what do you even like? Would you like just say you showed your ID and walk away? That's it.
No, okay, so the first time it happened, I was at Barnes and Noble and I was reading like I was reading like Junji Ito like a manga or something. And some girl like walks up to me. She's like, "Oh, like hey, like," and this was my first encounter. So she's like, "Oh, like hey, like what are you reading?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just reading, some horror." And like, we talked a little bit, we hit it off. She was like a little taller than me, so I thought she was like my age. I was like, she's cute. And then she's like, "Yeah, my parents." I'm like, "Oh no." I was like, "No, I've been talking to you for like a week. This is so I that's when I learned my lesson that you gotta ask. You gotta figure that shit out ahead of time. Because I was like, nope. I told her, I was like, we gotta stop talking. I don't want to get arrested. I was like,
Nope.
I was like,
Yeah, you
thanks.
gotta nope the fuck out.
I was like, nope, thanks. And then the second time, I was at a mall, and I think I was like eating some Chinese food, and I was wearing like I was wearing like these like sneakers, and I had like these like weird like cargo shorts, and I was just eating. I was just minding my own business, and and then some girl just walks up to me. She's like, "Hey, can I get your Snapchat?" And like a robot, I was like, "Yeah, sure." Why? Why not? I was like, "Wait, I don't." I was like, "Wait a minute. I don't have Snapchat. I have Instagram. I can give you my Instagram." And she's like, "Oh yeah, whatever." And then I was like, "Wait." And then I looked at her profile. I was like, "Ah, she's
You
underage."
see her little fucking profile.
Yeah,
Oh, I just think
I was like,
but
this is under. I was like, oh, she's underage. Oh God. And
you look
then
at her fucking profile. It's got like family photos and shit. You're
yeah,
like,
she's got like like red flags. I'm like, God damn it. Um, and wait, what did I say? I asked her. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at the messages. I was like, I'm curious. How old do I look? And she said 17. Lol. Am I close? I'm like, I don't know if 22 is close. That's for you to decide. That's for you to decide.
oh no. You say, well, if you do a little bit of quick maths.
Yeah. I was just like, God. I was like, dude, fuck. Like why? But to be fair, the way I was dressed, I was kind of asking for it. Not gonna lie. Like, I fuck. I'm trying to.
It's the anime hair, bro.
It's not. It's not. It wasn't even the hair. I think it was just the way I was dressed that day. Like, no cap. Hold up. I gotta see if I have. If I. I gotta see if I have a picture of like kind of like the way I was dressed, cause
Picture the fit. Picture the drip.
I'm trying to see. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. Hold up. Hold up. I literally had one of these on. Hold up. I'm trying to grab it from my son of a bitch. Hold up. Here we go. I literally had one of these on. And I'm operating everything with one hand. Like,
Sheesh, what you doing with the other one, bro?
oh, You know, you already know. Filing my taxes.
Uh,
That's what I'm doing.
the IRS wants to know your location.
Yeah. Here we go. That was like those. I was dressed like
You
that.
wearing the fucking techwear pants,
I was
bro?
dressed like that, dude. I was dressed like that. Maybe like the shoes are similar, but like there was some white in my shoes as well to complement the other whites in my shirt and pants as well. Um, but yeah, I was dressed like that, and so yeah, I was basically asking for it, and I was just sitting around chilling, and yep, yeah, I was like, yep, I need to stop dressing like I'm 17 in public because this is not the way to go. This is not it. Um, so I'm currently like trying to what the fuck? I'm currently trying to
I'm
eat
trying to
more.
fuck.
Oh yeah, trying to fuck. I'm trying to eat more. I'm trying to consume as many calories as I can, and I'm trying to gain some fat.
Bulking season? Question mark.
Yeah, yeah, actually. So I've stopped running. I stopped doing cardio recently.
Lame.
I've stopped doing cardio. I've been doing a lot of like like a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, benching, squats, that kind of shit. Um, and I gotta say, I have more energy in the morning, but I'm also what the fuck. Anyway, I have more energy in the morning, and I work out. So I work out in the morning, and then I work out when I get back from work. Um, but I get really sleepy, like right around 10. Like I work out, I get out of work at 8, and then I work out like at 8:30. I'm done by like 9:01 or some shit like that. And then I'm out of the shower by like 9:30, and then by like 10, I get really fucking sleepy, and I don't go to bed till like 12. So I don't know what that's about, but
Interesting.
yeah, I have like a protein shake that it gives me like 700 calories in a single drink, and I think it's like 50 grams of protein. So I know I
Sheesh.
should be measuring that stuff out more, but I'm more concerned about just getting the calories in my body. I'm actually pretty terrified of gaining weight, of like getting body fat because I've been pretty skinny all my life. Because I've chosen to be that way. You know, I've been taking care of myself for as long as I can remember. So yeah, it's freaking me out because I'm already gaining some belly fat. And some like I can feel my boobs like jiggling when I'm like walking downstairs and shit.
Bro, literally fucking me. Because ever since I've been working out, my fucking thighs, which were already big, have gotten bigger, and got some big old titties and
You
some
got your titties
my
bouncing all over the
stomach.
place. Yeah.
It's I don't know, bro.
No, I'm there too. I'm pretty much there right now, and and they stay sore. So I'm just like, fuck. I'm just like, it just hurts whenever I'm moving because my boobs are just moving involuntarily, and it's fucking painful. I will say my ab workouts have been getting easier to do. I've been able to get through them a lot easier. Um, and lately, my gym has been overcrowded. I've had more people showing up to my gym, and I have no idea what the hell that's about. I
Disgusting.
thought it was like I walked in the other day and I was like, "Is it January?" I was like,
You say, did they make New Year's resolutions again?
"Yeah."
Midway through?
I was so confused. There's so many people. There's so many people, and I was like, "This is uncomfortable. I gotta leave."
I know I skipped this shit for the first 6 months of the year, but now it's my
All
time.
right,
I'm gonna
now.
get in shape.
Now's the time. Today's the day. Yeah, like everybody just decided they wanted to work out. It's like, okay, whatever, fine, I guess. Um,
I guess.
but I mean, so I've been working out at home lately instead. So I've been doing like handstands and like working on my planches and all this other bullshit. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get back into it, but it's fucking hard, dude. Um, and I gotta get a car because I don't have a car, so I'm working on that too. And yeah, dude. Um,
Do be like that.
I was gonna mention what is with you sending me all this existential shit. Like
What did you
yeah,
mean?
like lately you've been sending me all of these like existential crises, crises if you will.
Welcome to every day, dog.
Like like why? What are you doing? Like you
A
know,
day in the life, dare I say.
a day in the life. Is this just the media you consume like regularly?
I mean,
Like you sent me some depressing shit, dude. Like I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I didn't need this today. Like what's what's happening? Are you okay?
no, no. What do you mean?
I'm just like, are you okay, man? Are you like, what are you doing? What's that about?
Fuck no.
What's
Welcome to depression.
oh my like I don't know. Tell me what's up. What's up? What's going on? What's happening with you? What are you on about?
I mean, what do you mean? Just living. Just that's it.
You're just stuck. Is that what
Constant state of pain.
it is? you you just hate looking at yourself at your four titties in the mirror. Is that what it is?
Sometimes, I mean, you like that, bro.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I feel that, man. I get that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Got bad genetics, dog. I don't know what to tell you.
Bad genetics. Yeah, I will say in that regard that I am very fortunate. Like there's like a lot of like I will say I do get really sad whenever I see like people who are like missing a leg or like just like handicapped people, like those people, like people who clearly can't do what what like an average person can. That makes me really fucking depressed. That makes me really fucking sad. It's like, oh shit, like they'll or like blind people, like that it's like fuck. Like I'm very fortunate to be in the position that I am currently. I'm very grateful for the fact that I can actually walk around and run and kick the shit out of little kids on Halloween.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I feel like another way to look at it is just like, that's really impressive. Because, like, for me, I don't think there's a lot of disabilities. I'd probably just be like, yeah, I'm finna fucking head out. I don't know that shit. But
Yeah.
if I went deaf, I don't know if I could, like, handle that.
Yeah, I don't
It's like,
either.
the
Yeah.
amount of, like, music and, like, just things in general I consume,
Right.
it's like, that shit would be really rough.
Right. Well, you're a very artistic person, you know. You're very you got a photographer's mind, I'll say.
It would not be enjoyable. Like being blind would suck, but I feel like losing my hearing like completely would be more
Yeah,
unenjoyable for me
I would
personally.
agree. I think not being able to hear would fucking kill me. Not being able to see would suck too, but like I wouldn't be able to play video games and shit. But I think I'd be okay with that because I just listen to audiobooks and listen to music, and you know, I think I'd be okay with that. Um,
You know?
Not being able to see would definitely suck.
I just feel like being deaf would be so like lonely, though.
Yeah.
Like if you couldn't, if like I know some people can get hearing aids and shit. Like I don't know how that relates to like deafness in general because I don't know like a ton about it, so I don't know like if you're completely deaf, if you're just fucked or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, the thing is about like hearing aids in general. It's like it depends on the hearing aid that you're talking about because like hearing aids for like old people, it's just supposed to kind of like help them hear what like it's supposed to amplify what little they can already hear, to my understanding. But I think like once you go deaf, like I don't think there's anything that can help really fix that. Not to my knowledge, at least. Unless Elon Musk figures out a way to connect Neuralink to like some artificial ear to give you Your
Daddy Elon.
Daddy Elon. Yeah, I fucking love that man. I fucking love Elon Musk.
True.
How do you feel
He's
about?
so wholesome.
Yeah, he is wholesome. Yeah, he's just funny. I think he's just funny in general, and I don't understand why people like hate him. Like,
It's just because he's rich. That's it.
yeah, yeah, and that's just kind of unfortunately where we are right now. Is like people just hate other people because they're rich, but like why? But why? But why though?
I as far as like insanely rich people that I can understand people hating, like he's not really up there. Because like I feel like he's done a pretty good bit with his money to help just the world in general,
Right.
which I can't really say for a lot of people.
Oh, the rich people like what's Jeff Bezos?
Daddy Bezos.
Daddy
That
Bezos.
man has so much money,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but he hasn't really done a ton with it
Right.
that I know.
No, no,
I,
he just kind of he just puts it to the side, other than giving it to his divorced wife. But other than that,
she's
that's
donated a fuck ton of stuff though.
yeah. But I feel like fuck it, man. He's the richest man in the world. What the fuck is he gonna do with all that money? Like,
Well, that's what I'm. Yeah. I don't know.
you know what I mean? Like, what is he? What like he probably wouldn't even be able to spend all that money of even if he wanted to. Like, probably if he wanted to buy a city, he probably could.
Well, that's a weird thing because it's like he has so much money to the point of like he could influence like literally the entire world's economy
Yeah,
if he
think
wanted.
about it. One person, a human being. That person was a baby at one point in their life. That person came out of the vagina of a human being, and then that vagina created $1 billion person. That's $1 billion vagina right there. That's nuts.
Multi-billionaire.
Multi-billion-dollar vagina. Let's go. We need to figure out that's what we need to put our funding towards. What went into that
Funding.
vagina? Yeah.
Son
um.
of a bitch.
Whoa. What?
I hate that. Ah, fucking hell.
Well, the idea that there's a vagina worth $1 billion? Yeah, probably. Fuck. Hey man,
Yeah, what the fuck?
hey man, this is what I think about in my free time. I just think about.
Jeff Bezos got all this money, but I still am the fucking fiber in my neighborhood.
Yeah, man.
Best.
Not only that, but like I've heard that he treats his employees like shit. So I've heard.
Amazon workers in general, I don't think get treated very well. I
Yeah,
don't know about like in the corporate side, but as far as like the actual like just like day to day fucking
right, regular people.
employees.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that okay, like an Amazon warehouse opened up here, and everybody moved over there. Everybody started working over there. I was like, holy shit, this is nuts! Like everyone's going. Like everybody in my workplace were like, are you gonna apply for Amazon? I'm like, fuck that. I was like, y'all, you guys are.
I mean, they pay like what $15, maybe more over there, but
Yeah,
at what cost?
yeah, maybe, yeah, probably, but like that, like honestly, my health benefits and like I get paid $15 an hour, but like I get paid pretty well. I get paid pretty well for a single person. I get to buy whatever I want, and I don't need a whole lot. I'm a very simple like. As long as I have a TV and internet connection, and my computer, like I'm pretty happy. But so I make more than enough for just myself. But I remember like a few people who like all the people who went over there like left and then they didn't come back. Like they just didn't like working at Amazon and then they didn't want to come back because they didn't want to look like stupid. Because they're like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go work at Amazon, and then and then they went to Amazon, got fucked, and they're like, well, I can't go back to my old job, so now I gotta go find a new one. It's like, okay, cool. And then, but one person came back, and I was like, yo, what happened? And I actually liked her. She's pretty cool, and so I was pretty happy when she came back. But hey, what happened? She's like, oh, it wasn't for me. I was like, all right, cool. Like,
That's fair.
that's probably, But no, I heard like even like the shipment people, like the truck drivers, like apparently like they gotta like shit and piss in bottles and buckets and shit. Like it's
Probably.
yeah, like it's
I
nuts.
think there's rules on how long they can be on like the road though, like truckers and shit like that in general.
Right. Well, like the whole their whole thing is like they're trying to make everything cheaper and like like quicker. You know what I mean? Like quicker and cheaper. Like you got that like same day delivery bullshit. Like
I guess, but that's in my opinion. Like, I'd rather just wait a couple of days
yeah, but
than
that's
have people go through that stupid shit. Like,
right.
you
But that's
don't need something the same day.
right. But that's you though. Like that's you. Like what about everybody else who's like fucking 400 pounds and can't wait to get their fucking shit and can't be bothered to go to Walmart?
Have some basic fucking human kindness,
Right.
compassion.
Right. But
Like
you
your fucking giant Twix is not same day delivery necessary.
right. I don't think you
Like maybe for certain items, maybe, but like in general, no one needs something like the same day.
right. I agree. However, um, that is much easier said than done, especially in the climate that we live in currently, when like
I mean, yeah, everyone's
everybody's
like
got to pick
instant
a side.
gratification, bro.
Well, instant gratification, but everybody has to pick a side. You know what I mean? Like
I
everyone,
guess it's some stupid shit though.
like there is, human kindness is lacking. Even the people who think that they're kind are actually just fucking assholes. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but everyone's an asshole in general. They're just people that are less of assholes.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
there's
Well,
very few people I've ever met that I'm like, wow, you're not a shithead.
right. Like I'm talking about like the like, okay, because well, like you have like the people on the right, like people who are like right wing nuts, who are like, nah, fuck immigration, blah, fine, I'm gonna fuck my sister, and then I'm gonna fuck you, bitch. Um, so exactly right. And so we can all agree those guys are retards, right? But then you also have the people on the left who are like, fuck you, I'm just trying to be kind and loving to everybody. Fuck you, man, you should go die in a hole. I'm gonna kill every white person because they're all retarded. Fuck you, love everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Like, what?
Yeah,
What do you like? Like
if
the
you go too far to either side, shit's pretty
Yeah,
terrible.
it's just like both of you are not making any fucking sense. Like one of you are like, yeah, I'm logical, but I'm gonna go fuck my sister and I'm gonna fuck you, and then the other side's like, I love everybody except white people. White people should all rot in hell, but all of you are great, says the white chick.
Sure.
It's like what? She's like, I am so open minded and caring and loving for everybody. Oh, okay. So, so you love your neighbor, you're open. I would imagine you're open minded and you want to hear everybody out. No, fuck those bitches. If they don't agree with me, they can all rot in hell. Fuck those guys. It's like, oh, okay. Shit. All right. Well, I guess you're a retard too. Goddamn.
True.
Um, I don't know. I think there's a big problem with people picking sides nowadays, and not
I,
just
I feel like one problem is people are so caught up with like identifying themselves as like whatever. As far as like, I guess more so politics in this scenario. Like if you identify as like fucking right or whatever or left,
right.
it's like a lot of people I feel like don't feel like they can go against some of the ideas that their like I guess political party or whatever
It's yeah.
has.
It's tribalism is what it is. It's
It's
like
so stupid.
yeah. It's like I'm a part of this tribe. I'm a part of this ideology, and if you surround yourself with people who only think one way, you're not the chances of you being an open-minded individual is not it's not very likely. It's not very high. If
It's like it's so polarized. Like it's either you have like all the same views or you don't.
yeah,
There's no like well I have like some conservative views and some like liberal stuff and
right.
whatever. It's just I don't know. It's
Which
kind
yeah,
of
no,
weird.
which is the way I think it should be, but you know, unfortunately, For whatever reason, that's not the case. And, you know, I think we have other more important shit to worry about other than whether I have a rainbow in front of my door or not. So that's just what I think.
Wait, what? Is that a thing?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, like here in Spokane. Okay, here's another thing about people in Spokane. Um, when you ask somebody, you're like, hey, like, what's your personality like? What are some things you would use to describe yourself? Most people would
Good
say,
question.
most people would say like, I love music, I love to go hiking, I like fishing, whatever it is you do, right? That sounds pretty normal, right? Well, here in Spokane, for whatever reason, whenever you ask somebody that, they go, you ask, hey, what's your personality like? What do you enjoy doing? What are your topics of interest? They'll go, oh well, I am into feminism. I love LGBTQA plus. I'm all for that. Black Lives Matter, and it's like veganism. It's like, okay, no. Those are like
This
base.
is not a personality trait.
Yeah, that's not a personality trait. If you're a regular decent human being, which I'm assuming you are, I would already like if I think you're a decent individual, I would already assume that you agree with gay rights and all this other shit. No. I'm asking you about like uh what do you like? What is it something that you enjoy like researching or doing on your free time? And they'll be like, "Oh, well, I'm a
Wait,
Scorpio."
did you say researching? As if no one
Right.
does
It's
that
like, "Oh,
there.
well, I'm a Scorpio. When's
I'm
your
an
Yeah,
asparagus.
when's your birthday and what time were
When's
you
your
born?"
birthday? What time were you born?
It's like,
Fucking
no. No. Nope. We're not having this conversation. But no, but a lot of people are like that here. So it's really hard to like connect with anybody ever because nobody has a fucking personality. Like their lives revolve around these like movements, which is like I can't imagine is healthy. Like if your life revolved around something that doesn't, it just seems like virtue signaling. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem genuine most of the time. Um,
That's fair, yeah.
yeah, and
I mean, I think there are a lot of people that genuinely care about it, but I also feel like there's a lot of people that just not even necessarily don't care. It's just more so that it's like topical that they're
right,
like.
it's the fad.
But I'd like to think that the majority of people are like legitimately do care though, and they aren't like that.
Right,
But
right. I would too, um, except both sides are just fucking insane. Like they okay. Like, did you hear about what happened here in Seattle?
no, I don't think so.
Basically, there's a part of Seattle that turned into a demilitarized zone. Essentially, they claimed that they were their own country because they said
Wait,
fuck.
are you talking about Chaz?
Yeah, I'm talking about Chaz.
I didn't realize that was in Seattle.
Yeah,
Fuck.
because they said
Fucking
yeah, because
Chaz.
they're like fuck the cops, fuck the government. We're gonna run everything our way, and it's gonna be perfect. And it literally wasn't. Everything just fucking fell apart without the cops. Murder rate went up way up when that happened.
They on that Chicago type beat.
Yeah, and like, and it's just like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That shit, like dumb shit like that doesn't fucking work. Same thing in Portland, Oregon. The mayor of Portland, Oregon, he's like the most liberal. He's as liberal as you can get. And he was like, "Yeah, he's like, we need to defund the police. I'm with you guys. I'm gonna support you 100% of the way. Let's do this." Apparently, it wasn't enough. So people started fucking vandalizing his home and setting his like his front like porch on fire and stuff. They were destroying his property, and they've been fucking with him for the past couple months until like recently. He's like, "Fuck it, we're arresting everybody. Like you're all fucking like we're done with this shit." So like, the same guy who like defunded the police is now sick of the fucking movement he supported. Like,
That whole movement was really just weird to me because it's like I don't understand why you'd want to defund the police. Like I realize there's a lot of problems in like police, like policing in general,
right.
but it's a lot of it has to do with people aren't like properly trained. So like you should if you have like spending or whatever that's not being used like it should be, just fucking reroute that shit into better training
Yeah.
and things like that. Because like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I feel like that would take care of a decent part of the problem. I mean, there's obviously still going to be fucking shitty racist cops and stuff like that, but like that's I mean I don't know.
That's just how
I
it
feel
is.
like that would help a little bit.
Yeah, I spoke to, and I think it's the first podcast I had done. I spoke to somebody who is in the military, and he was telling me like, he was like, I think it's ridiculous. He was basically saying like it's silly that that we have that's we defunded them. We need to fund them more because people go into like I forget where I forgot. I'm gonna sound super racist right now. I don't remember where, but like Iran, or like Afghanistan, when they would like check the areas, they would like Marines would be able to successfully raid and check everything in all those locations without having to kill anybody unnecessarily, and or without having to kill anybody at all, in an area that's extremely volatile and hostile. He's like, if we just upped the what is it, the prerequisites or the what is it, the standard, if we increase the standard of police men more to like a military service, only really hire the best of the best, increase the wages, and this is my sense, is increasing the wages and hiring the best of the best, we wouldn't have these issues because cops like almost never train with their firearms because they almost never have to use them, and so when they have to, they freak out. To be fair, I'm not saying that the guy who killed George Floyd didn't deserve to die, didn't deserve to get prison. He absolutely deserves prison. That guy's a fucking murderer. And what he did was fucking stupid because if he just, if that were a military officer, I don't think that would have happened. I think they would have handled that situation much better. And
the George Floyd situation, or just in general?
In general, like also the George Floyd situation, because if there was an actual military person who was working on that, I would imagine that he would understand, like what the limits are, like what's an actual threat.
For that specific situation, there's literally it didn't have to do with training. It was just essentially like I would just consider that murder.
Right.
Like, the man had his fucking knee on his throat for like, what was it, 7 or 8 minutes or some shit like that.
Right.
And he wasn't responsive for like a good part of that. So it's like
I agree. But what I'm saying is that if we had increased the standard, that cop wouldn't have been even working. Like if the standards were higher, that cop wouldn't have even been a cop. He just wouldn't have existed in the force at all. It would have been somebody who was actually trained. I'm not saying that he died.
Not necessarily. He could have been one of the best like trained people in the force. That wouldn't make him less of a shithead or like his actions.
He could have, but what I'm saying, if you're trained really, really well, if you go through these struggles and you train really well and you know what you're doing, the chances of you being a shithead are much smaller than somebody who's getting paid a shit wage and doesn't get any training whatsoever at all. Like, no, I agree. It has nothing to do with the training. I'm just saying I think that like if it were somebody else,
I'd agree in general. It's just for that very specific case.
Yeah,
I would say it didn't have anything to do with the training.
Not only that, but I don't know if you. I believe those two used to work at they both of them used to work as a bouncer. So I believe there was a case being said that apparently these two knew each other, like George Floyd and whoever the fuck that cop was. Apparently they knew each other prior to that altercation, and that they were bouncers. And apparently the officer was a shithead, and they had already had beef prior to that, and that's why they were trying to. They had brought it up to murder.
I never looked into it really because
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I didn't look into it either. I just heard it from from the grapevine, essentially. Like I heard it here and there, from, but yeah, no, like that whole thing was fucking insane and super fucking depressing. I was like, ah, great. Like that was one of those moments. It's like, you know what? Maybe Thanos did deserve to kill half of us. Fuck. Like maybe we should.
Sure.
Maybe we all should have died. Fuck.
What's wild to me is like the people that were defending fucking Derek Chauvin or whatever. I'm like, dog, no.
Yeah. No.
Like people will never admit that there are absolutely just cops that are like fucking terrible
Right.
and should just never have been cops.
Right. No, I agree.
Or that, I don't know.
But I also feel there are also a lot of good cops that are
100%.
unfortunately getting fucking bundled in with all the shitheads, unfortunately. But and still like people who are like, and people who don't understand that are kind of bundling them all in together and being like, yeah, you're a cop, well, you're a shithead, fuck the police. It's like, okay, cool, I get it, it's a cool song, I get it, fuck the police. Yeah, I love it just as much as anybody else, but fuck, like there are good cops. I would like to think the majority of cops are genuinely trying to help. We just happen to have a shithead, and we definitely need to change the system so we can get way less shitheads and more of the good cops.
I'd probably say that the majority of cops are not shitheads.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't hear about, like, all the good interactions with cops and shit like that. You only ever hear about, like, bad interactions with cops.
Right, because that shit doesn't sell. It doesn't sell. It's not interesting. People don't want to fucking hear about
it. No one wants to hear, like, good things going on. That's what the news is. It's all just a bunch of shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, and that's what gets propagated, and that's the whole thing with like the gun bans and shit, right? Like, nobody ever hears about murderers being stopped or home invasions being stopped because somebody had a gun to protect themselves, and people are equally like, yeah, fuck guns, ban guns. Which I'm really conflicted on, because on one end I'm like, yeah, why does anybody need to have an AK-47 in their like suburban home,
I mean,
but
can't really own an AK-47, not like an actual AK, because you can't own fully automatic weapons pretty much anywhere. I think there might be a couple of places you can, or if you have there might be certain requirements. I'm not sure the exact laws.
Well, in California, they're definitely trying to fight for. Right now, there's a big dispute going on whether you can have an actual AK-47 in California.
I mean, I don't care if like fully automatic weapons are banned, because like no one really. I don't really see the point of having like a fully automatic weapon. Like even I think the military for the most part uses their weapons on like semi-auto or like burst or whatever.
Yeah, usually. Well, that's the thing, is that I don't either. I don't see a reason why you would, but I know that there's a lot of people who. But I'm also like a big advocate for freedom, right? Like do whatever. This is America. That's what's beautiful about America, is do whatever the fuck you want. But I also agree with you. Like this is why I'm conflicted, because I'm a big believer in do whatever the fuck you want, but also why do you need an AK-47? Like because you want it? Like I don't know. Like maybe if you're a hunter, right? And you're out there in the wild and you don't know if because like if you have a handgun on you and a bear is coming after you, like good luck fucking killing that bear. Or like a pack of wolves. Good luck you landing all of your shots with your semi pistol like on a pack of
I mean,
wolves.
even if you have a fucking AR, there's a good chance you're gonna get fucked by a bear.
Right,
They have so much fat on their body,
right,
and in the moment, you'd be so fucking hyped up on adrenaline that I feel like your aim would probably be pretty shit.
right. But like if you're well trained in it, like I would imagine that your chances of survivability go up exponentially, as opposed to you just having a little baby bitch small dick pistol on you, and you're shooting at this fucking behemoth that's trying to kill you because you just
I
happen
mean,
to
it
step in the
wouldn't
wrong area.
necessarily be any less effective, but
You know what I mean? I feel
yeah.
like
I mean, I could,
under those circumstances, I could understand that. I don't think we should ban guns. That's my point. Is I don't think we should ban guns. I think they should be regulated. I don't think we should ban them because I think banning them is is a ridiculous claim, and if Americans don't have a way to protect themselves, and I don't just mean from like burglaries or any of that shit. I mean, like, if this country goes south and a civil war needs to happen, we would have those resources to create, to create a fucking civil. Not that I'm advocating for a civil war. Let me make that very
well,
clear.
yeah, obviously not. But
But
it's like that's I think what pretty much every like gun advocate says like is the point of like the Second Amendment and everything is like you have the right to bear arms, so like they shouldn't be taken away because that was the whole point. Like we broke off from fucking Britain because they were cunts,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like
exactly.
essentially just against like tyrannical government. So like, and then people be like, well, you wouldn't really win because the military has all their fucking tanks and shit. But like, that would be assuming that the U.S. government could get the military to kill its own citizens. Number one.
Right.
Number two, I mean, having a better military doesn't necessarily mean you'll win. I mean, look at fucking Vietnam, bro. We got fucking dicked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And that's
The
because
fucking trees are moving, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the non flashbacks, as they say.
Which, I mean, I guess to be fair, we didn't really know the land in Vietnam that well, and they most likely know the land
Yeah.
in the U.S. But still.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, well, because like the thing is that whether people like to believe it or not, we are just as likely to turn into China as the possibility of our country turning into something that it's not already is very, very real. Like all the shit that's going on with China right now and how they're essentially taking over our economy and shit. Like that's real shit. Like that's shit that's happening, man.
Well, it's like people will surrender like rights because they think that it'll be better, but like once you give away like certain rights, you're not ever gonna get those back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if people were like, well, what if for like a couple of years or something, we just banned like all guns or something,
yeah, that would
and
be
see
ridiculous.
like how it affects like homicide and like mass shootings and things like that. And then if by some miracle that got passed, and then for like however many years, like 2, 3, 4 years or whatever, there were just no guns or whatever, that you could like legally purchase or whatever, and like I don't know, I don't know. I like after that I don't think you probably get that right back.
No,
You'd
you
be
wouldn't.
like,
Why would you?
"Well,
Why would you?
it's not really working. But you still don't get your guns back.
No, yeah. Why would you get your guns back? There's no reason because once somebody has power, it's very hard for that person to give it back to whoever it is they took it from. It's just not gonna happen. And like, did you see what happened with John Cena? Like the other day,
What the fuck?
John Cena apologized.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the saying that Hong Kong, or was it Hong Kong?
Taiwan. He apologized
Taiwan?
for calling Taiwan a country,
Yeah.
and he was
yeah,
saying
I heard
it. He was
about that.
saying it in Mandarin. Like, he's like, can you imagine? John Cena is China's bitch now. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's
That
nuts.
shit's wild.
That's insane, dude. And most shocking was that I don't think anybody knew that he was able to speak Chinese and so fucking fluently either. Like that's that's so fucking nuts. Or
They
Mandarin, I
say,
mean.
wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
John Cena speaking Mandarin?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Hey, that shit's nuts, dude. Like, it's insane. Like, I don't think. Like, and it's funny because people are like people will say like, oh well, that's China. That could never happen in America. Yeah, if you fuck with our rights, that could happen to us too. Like, goddamn. Like all the crazy dumb shit that's happening in China, that could happen to us too. That's a very real thing that can happen to us. And thank God we don't have social scores, social credit over here, because that would literally just kill our fucking country. That would suck ass. But
you're not wrong.
yeah, I don't know. I overthink about this. I think about this shit a lot. This shit scares me, man.
I mean, it's all pretty relevant. So, like, I don't know. It's not that weird to think about.
Yeah, it freaks me out. It just because, like, I know people genuinely want to help, and like like be there. Like they want to help. I know they do. They want to help, but like you can't fuck with the shit that's already been working for so long, because because it works. You know? Like I remember the other day, like I was talking to some chick and I was just having a regular I think I was on VR chat. I was just talking, like I was having a regular conversation. I was just talking to like somebody about like some minor politics. I think we're talking about gun bans or whatever. Some girl in VR chat like overhears our conversation and she's like sounds like white privilege to me. I'm like, I'm the brownest person you would ever meet in person. I was poor as fuck growing up. Like, what are you on about? She's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, you know what? I don't know why I'm having this conversation with you. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, you're like,
How does that even?
I don't even know you. I don't even know you. Why are you talking
How
to
does
me?
that even relate to like white privilege, like the concept of white privilege?
Well,
though?
I think the idea is like cool because I think the idea or what she was like thinking. I think she was just connecting the dots that maybe because I had this mentality that like we need to keep the rights the way we are, the way they are. It's I must have grown up in a middle class family home. You know what I mean? Because generally speaking, people who have these thoughts are usually like middle class people. They're usually not minorities that were poor as fuck growing up. You know what I mean? So maybe she was jumping the gun like that. But regardless, it was so random. I didn't even know who she was. She just like walked, or like she was like walking around this area that I was in VR chat, and she just like interjected. I was like, what? I was like, I was like, this is weird. I was like, I don't even know you. Like, leave me the fuck alone. But yeah, I mean, it's silly. Like people just jump to conclusions and shit. I don't know, man. Like, if I could sit down and talk to a KKK member, I would. You know what I mean? Like, I'd want to know what the fuck's up with them and what's going on. Do you know any KKK members that would like to talk?
I can't say I do.
Oh, okay, never mind. But like, I'd love.
I
Yeah, no, I'd love to sit down and talk.
None that I hope, or none that I know of.
Any white supremacists, maybe?
Not that I know of. I hope not, but you never know, I guess.
Right. I would love to sit. Like, I don't get me wrong. I like KKK members, white supremacists. Obviously, those are those could probably be as as dumb as you can get as far as humans go. But I would love to talk to one and get to know them and like really see what the fuck where the fuck their brain process is coming from and figure out whether they were dropped as a child. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that shit's interesting. I think it's more beneficial to listen to somebody that you don't agree with than it is to always listen to somebody that you always agree with. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, yeah, that's how I guess people like develop as people.
Yeah, and apparently we don't
Pretty
have
much.
very many people living here. Oh shit.
Everyone's in their own echo chamber.
Yeah, unfortunately. And then the people oh man, and then you get like people at work, Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just get like people at work that are just like complaining about dumb shit all the time. Just like, what? All right, okay.
The amount of stupid people I have to deal with on a fucking regular day basis is wild.
Like what? Like what? Like give me some examples of some dumb shit you got going on. Anything you can think of from the top of your head.
I mean, anyone in like fucking just food service, fucking any sort of customer service, I'm sure, has generally the same experience. Like, we have our fucking like donut case or whatever at Dunkin', okay?
Right.
And it's got all our donuts or whatever, and they all have like little labels under them, right? Saying what they are.
Yeah.
People will walk inside. They'll point at the fucking donuts, be like, I don't know what the donut's called, but like that one, you know? And I'm like, dog, it's labeled. Like, are you okay? Like, you're pointing at the donut.
Right. It's like, bruh, come on. Read. You can read, right?
I hope so. I don't know if they can. I'm like, it's not that hard.
You know, it is really funny. Like it's kind of nuts. Like this is what's convincing me that we live in a simulation, man. We just live in a simulation, and not half of these people aren't real. That's all I'm saying. They're just collision meshes walking around and spewing shit out of their mouth. Not real people.
Yeah.
We live in a simulation.
The amount of like regular people that go there every day too kind of scares me.
like people you recognize?
Yeah, well, I mean, I recognize most of our customers probably.
Huh.
Because like a lot of our fucking people that come most days, they're like they go there pretty much every day, or like most days. So I recognize them. At least the ones that go through their drive-thru. I don't work the front that much, so I don't have to deal with them. But there's this guy, and he'll always get pretty much like a large black iced coffee with sugar, a large iced coffee, extra cream and sugar, and a half dozen donuts most of the time. And then sometimes he'll get a third drink. Like today, he got a large black coffee, and then sometimes he'll get a small iced coffee with extra cream and sugar. But he goes there like pretty much every fucking day. And I'm like, dog, what are you doing?
How does it feel knowing that you're contributing to the obesity problem in America?
He's not even obese. He's pretty fucking skinny, which I don't know how. Because, like, that's a lot of fucking sugar.
Do you get any, like, regular obese people that you recognize?
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking America, bro. You go anywhere, you
Like,
see fucking...
anybody that, like, walks in the store and just...
I mean, there aren't a ton that are, like, super obese. Like, This isn't fucking the... What show is that? My 500-pound life? Or
whatever. Right. Yeah, My 600-pound life or whatever.
But, I mean, there are definitely, like, more overweight people that I see fairly regularly.
Right. I think it's very prominent here because I never really paid attention to the obesity problem until I moved to Spokane. And I think that might be because there's just more white people here. I think that might be
fair.
It.
I feel like, I mean, there are a lot of overweight white people here, just in general. I mean, overweight people in general.
Right. Well, yeah, there's a lot of overweight people. Yeah, there's a lot of overweight people in general, but I feel like people of color are usually they're not like obese. Like if they're usually just chubby, right? But I feel like the white people get fat. I feel like the white people get fucking huge.
Well, like, how obese are we talking? Because, like, you don't have to be, like, insanely fat to be considered obese. Are we talking, like...
I'm talking,
like really big,
I'm talking like they're waddling and they can't stand on their own legs. Obese.
Okay, I guess that's less common than just big, like
Right,
overweight people.
there are overweight people. I'm aware of that. I'm talking about obese people. Like, I feel like a majority of the obese people are white, at least here in Spokane.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really paid that much attention to it.
Because okay, so
I wouldn't be surprised though. I
right,
mean,
right.
I don't know.
Well, like, because remember how I told you, like, I get really sad when I see like people who are handicapped or they are impaired, so they can't do the things that they want to do.
Yeah,
I get really frustrated when I see obese people because, okay, to be fair, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what underlying conditions they have, but for the most part, I would imagine like, they got working legs. You know, they can walk around sometimes. If there isn't a cart available, they can walk around without a scooter if they really have to. I would imagine that you could at least go out for like do some jumping jacks, or like just eat less. It's like for me, it frustrates me because it's like wasted human potential. It's like I know you don't want to be like that, so why are you like that? And again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know the underlying issues, but it's like, dude, you have no idea how lucky you are to be able to be standing, to be able to stand. Like some people don't have like the ability to stand up, like legitimately, because they just don't have legs. Like I don't know. It's just I think I've just been to too many third world countries. um and that's always kind of personally bothered me. Cuz like I've seen like I've personally I have seen kids like living in like tin homes and like playing outside in mud puddles, like with like no food. Like I've seen like as poor as it gets. Like I've seen it in person. Like I've stood in front of these kids and looked at them and gone like and went like, I can't do anything for I can't do anything for you because there are hundreds and hundreds of you here. Like maybe even thousands of you here. And then I come back to America and it's like, oh shit. Like everybody's just sitting on their ass fucking with third world problems. Like, don't get me wrong, I have third world problems. Sorry, first world problems. I have first world problems too, you know? Like it's like, ah, fuck, the heater's not working. What a fucking shame. Like, But like,
I mean, yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's kind of. I mean, it's hard to compare though, because it's like they're at a point. Um, I guess that like America and all the other first world countries have already like gotten over. But like if they were at the same place like developmentally, they'd probably be or like dealing with the same
Right.
exact things.
Right.
And it's hard to compare like someone in a first world country to someone in a third world country because it's like their lives are so dissimilar that it's like they face completely different problems. And I mean, it's like, I mean, fucking, what is it, Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like they're mainly just focusing right now on surviving,
Right.
which is like they don't have to deal with anything else.
Right. I think
Which I mean sucks, and I wish that there was a way to like end that like way fucking sooner than it has, because like that shit sucks. Like the fact that so many places in the fucking like world don't have access to like clean drinking water and shit like that, and just food in general, it's like terrible.
yeah, oh
But
yeah.
it's also hard to compare yourself, I guess, to that, because like that's not really in the realm of anything you've experienced. Like, I mean, I guess if you visit it, you kind of have some idea, but still.
Right. Well, I think my thing is like I internalize a lot of it. I don't. It's not like I go up to like an overweight person and go like "fuck you," like you're a piece of shit, like you're so lucky you don't even, you know what I mean? Like I don't, that's just fucked up. That's toxic. um, but it definitely it keeps me definitely keeps me humble. You know what I mean? Like it gives me a reason to like, okay, like, it's how do I say that? How do I say this without saying I do it for the kids. For the but like it's true. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, like I realize like even if I got like a shitty like little apartment with I have a computer to use. I have a TV to entertain me. I have a park I could walk to. I can eat McDonald's. Like I'm very grateful for everything I have. I'm not gonna waste my opportunities. Like I would never like force my ideals onto somebody who doesn't want to change. You know what I mean? Like if it, like I would never purposefully like when I was in high school, I was definitely that kid. I was definitely like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to change this because you're fucking retarded." And yeah, you're wrong if you don't change the way you think. Now it's like now I'm at a point where it's like, okay, um, do what you want. Your choices are yours, but I'm gonna judge you to my friends because they're it's the only way I can get these feelings out. But I'm not talking about anybody in specific. I just mean in general. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
but but I can't help but to feel that way, and I will say talking about it definitely helps me not freak out in front of people for sure. um, but no, I understand what you mean, like, and that's definitely true. I think a lot of it is perspective and like just the circumstances people are in. um, and in a lot of ways but again, that's why America's so fucking cool, because you could be poor and fat. you know like
True.
that's what's great about America is you could be poor and fat. All the more reason to take care of this place. Like I knew like a lot of people who were like, oh fuck America, I'm gonna move to Canada. Yeah, good luck. Like you don't have the freedom of speech there. Like freedom of speech is not a thing that exists in other countries. Like that's a thing that is exclusive to America, as far as I'm aware.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say solely exclusive, but other places definitely have a lot more restrictions on freedom of speech. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't. Oh, I mean, because like obviously you can't go into an airplane and yell out, "I have a bomb." You know what I mean? You're gonna get
Well, I
arrested.
mean, yeah,
You're
that's
gonna get arrested.
freedom of speech is solely, I guess, protected here as long as it's not like a call to like violence or yes, like just creates panic like that. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
But yeah, I know. It's just like I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people don't realize that though. Is that speech is much more restricted in other countries, and it's not something that's universal. It's not something that every country has. I feel like we take. I just feel like we take a lot of shit for granted here.
I mean, I'd say part of it is um like a lot of um people don't think about it because I guess a lot of them like main like general like narrative or whatever agrees with them at the moment for like a ton of people. But as soon as you start saying anything that like the majority of people don't agree with, that's pretty much when you would need freedom of speech because like most um I guess like commonly held beliefs aren't controversial at all to say, so you don't even really need to protect that, if
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
I get what you mean. Yeah, I don't know, man.
shit.
People, yeah, it's just, yeah, it's. I think way too much. I ponder way too much time about this, and it stresses me out more than it needs to because it's like, what am I gonna do about it, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's the point? What's the point about stressing out about it if like shit will just play out anyway? But but yeah, that's just the truth, man. So like the other day when you asked me, like, you're like, are you happy? I was like, no, maybe. Like, cause I don't know. Like, I don't like that's such a heavy question. I don't know. Like, cause I overthink everything. Did you Oh, never mind. Cause I overthink everything. I just do. I can't help it. And sometimes like I stress out for no reason. Like I have no reason to stress out, and yet I still do. Um, so that happens. But I think overall I am, you know, in a very comfortable spot. I think overall I am relatively happy. But I'll say like sometimes I freak out about a shit that's out of my control because like it just makes me like really like upset or like depressed. So that's why whenever you send me some shit, I'm like, ah, god damn it, like here we go. Like I'll take it, I'll accept it. Don't get me wrong,
You say,
I'll suffer with
son
you.
of a
But I'm
bitch.
like, god damn it, you know. um,
Yeah,
I didn't even know Instagram could have such graphic content without being
you're
flagged.
welcome.
Yeah, I know it was fucking nuts, dude. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. Um, but at the same time, though, I think it's important for us to be reminded of how lucky we are. So in a lot of ways, I do appreciate you sending me that because it still keeps me humble. Because like sometimes I'll be like, God, like, I'll be like, oh man, I'm the shit. I got the smallest dick in town. Let's go, bro. And then
Let's go.
let's go. And then you know you'll send me something, and I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, like I just gotta chill. I could, it could be much worse. You know, I could literally be starving. Um, you know, guys, you just gotta stay positive. And so, in a lot of ways, it fucks me up, but many more ways, it helps me out through the day. So I will say I do appreciate you sending me some terrible shit from time to time. I think I definitely need it. Definitely need it. Uh,
Welcome to my Instagram feed,
yeah,
future.
I don't know what the fuck, because my Instagram feed is full of like art, League of Legends like information, and like yeah, just like a lot of art. I just have a lot of drawings on my fucking feed. It's like mostly what I have.
Damn.
Yeah, and then like the occasional like workout routine, you know.
Mine right now is a lot of fucking music, anime, and just Reddit like text post memes,
Yeah, mine
which
too.
are honestly some of the best.
Yeah, well, you know, I guess what are we, millennials?
Uh,
Gen Z? I
I
don't
think
know.
technically, I think I'm Gen Z, and
Oh, I think
you're at
I'm
like the weird like switch point. So I think you might technically be Gen Z, but like barely.
right. Well, regardless, I was gonna say we're at that age where like our humor has devolved to like weed eater. You know what I mean? Or you see, you laugh. Why'd you laugh at that?
Fucking hell.
um,
Talking about some fucking weird ass humor is just the way humor is like developing. Shit's wild.
right. Yeah. Humor's not really. Uh, it's definitely going in a direction.
It's going in a direction.
Yeah. I don't know. You know. I don't know how if it's a good one, but yeah, it's a direction. Um, like I mean that's why I like going to the comedy clubs. I think like comedy clubs are super fun to go to. I find them quite entertaining. Although there are a few like really terrible, like so like last time I went there was like maybe like three people who sucked, and then like the rest were fine, and then there are like two people who are terrible. So there's like two people who were terrible, three people who just sucked, and then the rest were okay, and then there's like two really funny people. But the two people that were terrible were fucking terrible. Like, oh my god, they were going up there just for the attention terrible. Like, ugh. But you know, sometimes you can find some really funny people, and it's
Occasional.
yeah, occasionally, and it's pretty entertaining. I think I told you like I thought about it like one time. I was like, yeah, I should do it, and it was like, and then I was like, nah, that'd be stupid. Why would I? I feel like doing an open mic is like I'm asking to get killed, especially with all the dumb shit I say. I feel like I'm bound to offend like everybody and their boyfriend. You know what I mean?
I mean, You're not wrong.
Yeah, but you know, other than that, things are pretty chill. I'm just relaxing and yeah, man. I don't know. Hopefully, COVID blows over and we can start going back to doing normal shit. Cause yeah, it's
I mean,
cause I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like to be here in Spokane when. Well, okay, I moved here before COVID happened. So I was here for like maybe 4 months before COVID hit, and then everything went to shit, and that really sucked. And we had a lot of festivals here and a lot of like public gathering here. Uh, but because everybody's so fucking scared of the flu, um, we can't go out anywhere. So,
damn.
you know, that is how it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it's fairly ish back to normal here, just because most people here didn't care in general. To be honest, at least where I live, I'm sure in like Atlanta, it
Right.
was a lot more.
Right.
Open, you know.
Do you still play Valorant by any chance?
No, I haven't really been playing though.
Like anything or Valorant in general?
Pretty much just Valorant. I haven't been playing a ton in general, but I played Ori and the Will of the Wisps
Dude, that game's the
uh
shit.
a week or two ago. Yeah, that shit's fire. I think I liked Ori and the Blind Forest a little bit more, but the soundtrack and visuals in both of them are phenomenal, and I
Fucking
really like the
beautiful.
way Ori and the Will of the Wisps ended.
Yeah, it's fucking. Those games are fucking beautiful. They're absolutely amazing. Um, I'm a big Riot fan, so I'm looking forward to their RPG that they'll be releasing. I'll be buying that on PS5 as soon as it releases, or maybe my Switch. I'm not sure yet. Um, one of the two. But Ori is a beautiful game. It's a fucking amazing. Have you played Rayman by any chance?
I have not.
You should play the Rayman games. Those are really fun, and the movement isn't as complex, but they're still really fun games, and the soundtrack to those games are really fun and upbeat, and the visuals are in the game, and it's a very pretty game. It's a very old game. Like it's like I think it was like a launch game for like the PS4 and the Xbox One. Um, and they just keep adding. I think they just keep adding content to the same game. Or was it Rayman Legends? But it's really fun, and if you can play it with other people, it's even better. It's super fucking good. One of my personal favorites to play. Unfortunately, all my friends live on the other side of the country, so I you know.
Yeah.
um, so yeah, like it's really funny. I tell my roommate that, or like I just tell people in general that it's like, yeah, like all my friends live on the other side of the country. Like it kind of sucks, but it's fine. You
It's
know?
fine, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Cries
cool.
and
Yeah,
German.
cries in Spanish. um,
Damn.
but yeah, no. I'm hoping. I'm gonna try to shoot for maybe the 24th of July, or maybe early August, to fly over there, and then yeah, maybe, maybe I'm gonna see. I have to talk to my manager. But yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. You got there any places I gotta see?
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, where I live is not super interesting, to
Uh
be
huh.
honest. But we live like an hour ish away from like Atlanta, so like that could be fun. I
We're
don't go to Atlanta very often because it's kind of shit, but
yeah, I've heard.
I just cities are sketch, bruh.
Yeah. Um, any what I was gonna say? We gonna get fucked up or what? I don't drink, but I'll
Um,
make an I don't drink, but I'll make an exception.
sheesh. I mean, maybe could be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess could be. Yeah, maybe. Fuck.
Have you drank before? I
Dude,
don't remember if we've talked about
once
this.
I did once. But I was the only one who didn't get fucked up.
Damn.
And I was very confused because I thought maybe they gave me a weaker drink or something, or maybe They didn't give me any alcohol. I don't know. But when I did go drinking, I was like 18, and I was. This is when I still had a DDR crew, and they're like, hey, let me buy you a drink. Like we were hanging out. I think it was like 5 of us. Like, hey, like I'll buy you a drink. I'm like, no, man, it's cool. And they're like, oh no, man, don't be so what is it? What is it? Don't be so polite. I'll buy you a drink. And I'm like, no, 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 it's cool. So they thought I was saying, they thought I was rejecting them because I didn't want to be rude, but I was actually rejecting them because I didn't want to drink. I just didn't want to drink, and I didn't make that clear. And then I eventually caved in. They're like, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you could just, go ahead, buy me a drink. And they're like, all right, cool. And like, we went to like a gas station and just bought like a shit ton of alcohol. And then we went to like the park, and it was like a bigger like African American fellow, an Asian guy, and then a small skinny Asian dude. So yeah, it was like 4 of us, and we went to the park and we put them in these like those like 7-Eleven like super gulp fucking cups and shit. Like we felt like those giant McDonald's fucking
Oh yeah, yeah.
supersized me cups. Well, we each had one of those, and we all filled it up with the alcohol we bought, and we just mixed that shit, and we went to the park, and they all got fucked up, and I was like, I didn't finish my drink all the way, but there was like I'd say like there was like maybe 15 to like 20% of it left, so I didn't finish it all. They did, but I highly doubt that the like that extra 10 to 20% would have fucked me up. Um, and yeah, it was so weird because like they were all like, "Ah, fuck!" They're like, "I'm a little tipsy," woo! And I was like, "Huh? Like this is weird. Nothing's happening to me."
Maybe you just have a higher alcohol tolerance.
Maybe, or again, maybe they didn't buy me a drink. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think I probably would have gotten fucked up too. But I don't know because I stayed in the car when they went and bought the shit. So,
Maybe they were pranking you the whole time.
Maybe they were pranking me.
If you started acting up, bro.
Yeah, maybe they were.
Oh, this shit's hitting, bro.
Yeah, it's him different, bro. Oh, fuck, man. So yeah, it was just the one time, but nothing happened. Nothing came out of it, and I was just like, okay, well, I could have just had like a juice, that probably would have been just as good. Honestly, like the drinks kind of tasted like shit, not gonna lie, but okay. And I was like 18. I was like, what the fuck? Like guys, but yeah, it is what it is. Why do you guys drink at all or often, or do you drink often?
Not really. We usually get together like once a month.
I see.
Although Bryce has been fucking working a shit ton, absolutely getting reamed by his job.
Really?
So that hasn't been too great because it's very hit or miss as to whether or not he can actually show up because fucking man's on call like a shit ton.
Damn, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I would imagine that he's. How does he feel about it?
I mean, I think he's trying to find something to do that's not his current job.
Employment,
I guess.
Right.
It's pretty rough on him.
Oh man.
But yeah, we usually get together like once a month ish.
Okay.
We got together at the beginning of this month because it was Trevor's birthday.
Right. I wanted to be able to meet up with him, but all that shit happened like literally that week. So
yeah,
that was mad.
Had some margaritas though. Shit was fire.
That's cool. I will say I think it'll be weird the day I meet Trevor. That'll be super weird.
You're gonna have to passionately kiss him on the lips.
Oh yeah. You better believe. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna kiss this little boy pussy. You better believe it.
Fucking hell. His unshaven upper lip.
Oh my god. I will say I think there's gonna be a lot of whiplash. I'm gonna experience a lot of whiplash meeting you guys.
True. Shit's gonna be whack.
Seeing you guys, I think it'll be really weird. um, well, cause like, you know how me and Trevor met, right?
Uh, I don't know.
Yeah, we literally just met playing a league game. We are playing a normal game. I think either I was playing Nar or he was playing Nar. I don't remember which. And I think I forgot. I think like Trevor was talking shit to me or something, and then
Probably it's fucking Trevor. He's fucking flaming your ass.
I forgot. I don't remember what it was, but I was like, Dad, and he was like, Son, and he just added me after that. And for whatever, I don't know how, but we just kept talking after that, and we never stopped talking. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Honestly, they do like that. I kind of missed that from the league. Like, I'm friends with a girl I met on League like 6 years ago. She lives in Arizona.
Ooh! I'll go drive over there, meet her for you.
Fuck you.
Wait, that's not what I meant. Wait, no, that was the. Wait, hold up. No, I have a friend in Arizona too. It'd just be convenient. Ooh.
Oh fucking hell.
No, man, you can't trust e-girls, man. They'll just use you, bro. That's all they want. They want one thing, the LP gain. That's it.
I don't know if I classify her as a e-girl.
They just want that. They just want that LP gain, bro. That's all they want.
True. It's all about the LP.
Yeah, no, but it's cool though. Like I appreciate it because I got to meet you guys, and that was super cool. That's super fun. It's just unfortunate that you guys are the only group that I really get along with, like at all. I mean, I have friends here and there, but like I really feel like all of us as a group can really just say dumb shit and really get along. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So it's cool because like I think there was I don't know, I don't remember if it was you or it was somebody, but I remember like one of you guys were like, yeah, like I feel like us the kind of people we are common. And I was like, no, it's not, because if people like you guys were common, I would have more friends over here or something along those lines or something like that.
Damn.
Because if you guys came over here, you guys would be fucking weird. It'd be fucking weird. But to be fair, I mean, I am also very, very weird. I think everything's a joke. You know, I find everything funny. So, you know, that might actually be the difference or the exception. You know what I mean?
Perhaps.
Oh my fucking god, my abs hurt. Holy shit. Holy fuck. But yeah, I mean, it's nice here though. At least it's nice. We have a beautiful park. The town is powered by water, you know. And there's a lot of meth heads here, which could be a plus for some people, but not for me. And weed is legalized. Weed is legalized. Is that what I said?
Weed is legalized. Should go crazy.
Is it legal in your state?
Fuck no.
No? Really? So if I brought edibles over there, I'd get arrested?
I mean, you could, yeah. If you get caught, be caught.
That's oh shit. That's nuts. If I got caught, that's funny, dude.
I know pretty good people, or pretty good amount of people that smoke. I mean, obviously, no one.
If I brought
really cares if it's
edibles,
illegal
would you guys do it? Like just 10 milligrams?
I don't know. I mean, Bryce couldn't, and I don't know if Brandon could either.
Oh, okay. Would you?
I don't know, honestly.
You're scared of being an addict?
Not really that. It's more so like my brother has like smoked before,
Uh-huh.
and Neil too. I don't know how much you've talked to Neil, but
Not
if at all,
much.
have you
No,
talked to
I don't
Neil?
think
No.
so. Maybe I have, but
No, but from mainly, I mean, what my brother said
uh-huh.
slash Neil. Like, I feel like the type of people we are, it's not. I don't know if it would be that great of an experience for me.
Uh-huh.
Like from what he described, because me and my brother are pretty similar, and he was like, shit can kind of be kind of whack. So I was like, eh.
Yeah, I think if you microdose, you'll be fine. Don't I don't recommend taking like 200 milligrams like I did. I was retarded, dude.
No fucking
That
shit,
was
dude. This
literally
shit's
that was
stupid.
literally the dumbest mistake I had ever made in my entire life because like I remember I heard my roommate coming in, like I heard him open the door and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like, I was on the floor with my shirt off. And I was sweating, and I was like, "Oh shit, oh god, he's here." And you wanna watch some TV? And I was like, "I can't." He's like,
You
"Why?"
say, don't worry, I already, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't, man. I don't feel great. And he's like, "Okay," and like, okay, the best way I can describe it is when I had the 200 milligrams. The best way to describe it is it's like there was a version of me that existed in the present, and then there was another version of me that existed 10 seconds into the future, and then another version of that me that it existed 10 more seconds into that future. And then there was a version of me that existed 10 seconds in the past from my present, and then another version of that one that existed 10 seconds behind that one. And I was constantly jumping back and forth between those time periods. So sometimes I was in the past, and other times I was in the future, and I was just coming back and forth. And I was like, what the fuck? Which version of me is the real me? I don't
Man
know.
said Interstellar, but
Yeah,
uh,
like I was like, who am I? I was like, and why am I here? I was like, holy shit! And then I would laugh like uncontrollably. I'd be like, ah! And then I'd stop, and I'm like, okay, I gotta control this. And then I would turn around and I'd look at my TV, and my TV was looking at me funny, and then I would start laughing at the idea that I found it funny that my TV was looking at me funny, and then I just kept going. I will say I had never laughed as hard as I have not laughed that hard in years. Fucking years. I did not have as much fun as I've ever had like that in years. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it again. Fuck no. If I'm ever gonna consume an edible again, it's just gonna be like 10 milligrams, maybe like 10 max a day, like in a single day. I mean, like that'll be all I do. But what's the likelihood of me doing it again anytime soon? Not at all.
gotta up it, bro. Try 300, 400.
No, no, because I also had like stomach problems. Like my body was like, dude, what the fuck did we eat? So I tried vomiting and I couldn't vomit, and like I had a hard time peeing because like I couldn't aim it properly. So like I was like on my knees, and like my dick was just over the rim because I like I
Fucking hell.
because I was like I'm gonna fucking miss. I have to
Steady aim that
yeah,
shit.
I just have to lay it on there. And then I was
Ask your roommate, you'd be like, yo, homie, can you hold my dick?
yeah, pretty much. So I could never do it again. I could never do that again. And not anytime soon. And the shit tasted way too much like candy, and that's why I had so much of it. I was like, this shit tastes good. Give me, I want some more. Give it. So,
Fucking hell.
definitely exacerbated the problem. But I feel like if you just had 10 milligrams, especially like an edible, they can measure that shit. If you just have 10 milligrams, you microdose, I think you'll be fine, just enough to give you a little woozy. Be like, yeah, man, Let's chill, man. Man.
Maybe my body just
I,
does not handle
I'm
certain
not.
things
I'm
well.
not. I'm not trying to peer pressure you or trying to convince you into doing it. All I'm saying is that if you don't, you're a pussy. That's it.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm kidding. No, seriously though. All I'm saying is that like I'm fucking around. All I'm saying is that like.
Don't worry, Joel. You could never peer pressure me into doing
Are
something.
you
I
sure?
don't wanna do.
Are you sure? What if I slipped you a Mickey? I would never do that, by the way. I would never do that. I respect you too much, and you're not cute enough for me to fuck. So.
Fuck you. That's just disrespectful.
that's just some BM.
That's what I'm saying.
It's okay, man. It's okay. We're all pretty ugly. I'd say. We're all pretty
Yeah.
hideous in all of us.
Feel bad.
It's alright. Dude, we've been at this bitch for like 2 hours and fucking like 20 minutes. I think it's it's about time we close this bitch up. I got a
Whatever you
roommate.
want to do, mister.
I got a roommate to bother the shit out of. And
to suck off.
yeah, and I still haven't eaten today. Well, I had cookies, but those don't count as food. So, you know, I'll probably
Dog, it's like what, 5 p.m. and you haven't eaten today? What the
yeah,
fuck?
I'll probably eat a whole pizza or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out. But yeah.
Fitness is my passion.
Yeah. I probably will. Yeah. But yeah, no. Thanks for fucking humoring me for like 2 hours and 20 minutes. This has been super fun. I always I think it's better for us to talk in person as opposed to just sending messages to each other from time to time.
True, we need to talk more, bro.
Yeah, I know. I wish I want to be able to do it more, but I got shit to do. Well, I got shit to do now, but these last 2 weeks were really really bad for me, and still honestly still kind of recovering after
Yeah.
losing my shit head. But yeah. So I mean, again, I'm feeling better now about it. So I think I can start doing other shit. But yeah, man, it's been fun, dude.
It has.
I'll talk to you some other time, and this should go up like tomorrow morning, probably, if not late at night today.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I don't know. I guess tell Trevor about it or something, because I don't want to repeat my plans, or, you know, about like what my plans are to going and visiting you guys. So
Yeah.
Alrighty, man. I'll talk to you some other time. I love you, bro. Get out
Love
there.
you too, dude.
All right.
Take
Later.
care.
Yeah.